What's up, Big Bear Nation? Welcome back to the homestead. See, these guys are following me because normally I have feed and they know that I'm heading in the general direction of where I would normally be going to feed them, so yeah. What kind of babies have you got? I see a black one. That's not one of yours. Huh? You're just sitting on everybody's eggs, huh? That's a good girl. So, I have a problem, y'all, and I need your help. Most of y'all know that I am a crazy chicken lady. Every year I get that way, and this year is no exception. So this story, I have to back up just a little bit to make myself sound a little bit better. Last year we had a lot of birds. I mean, we had a whole lot of birds, and then all of a sudden we didn't have a whole lot of birds, and most of that was because we had a pig that was just being ornery, and she just wreaked havoc on all of our tractors and all of our, like, we had the Siskovich tractors, but then we also had some of the old Joel Salatin tractors and some of the new ones that we had built. And she just started flipping them and tearing them up. And so whether they were birds that she scared to death or birds that got out and just took off and ended up being coyote food, we were down to, there's 8 in each one of these tractors, so that's 16, plus I think we may have another 10 running around, and a good portion of those are roosters. I think if I think truly about hens, I may only have about 10 hens right now. So with all of that information, let me tell you what I got going on. So about a month or so ago, we got our shipment of birds from McMurray. And I don't know about you, but I've been looking to order more, and it was a miracle that we got the 30 that we got, because it just so happened somebody had canceled their order and we were able to pick that up. So that's why we got the 30 hens that we got from McMurray. But that's it, that's all we could get. And I started feeling the crunch, whether it's a real shortage, a perceived shortage, whatever. I started feeling like I was pushing it, especially after last year, hatching out all of those birds, getting all those birds, and then ending up with almost none. I felt like we needed to change some things, and I also needed to focus on, you know, buffing up my supply of chickens that I have. So we got the 30 from McMurray, and then a little while later, I ended up getting those 7 bantams that I think I showed you guys before. And then there was a guy at the Feed and Seed that had some bantams as well, so I got some from him, so that was another 7. So I have 14 bantams now, plus the one that's sitting on some eggs, and then a couple of roosters running around. So as far as bantams go, we're good. But on the full-size chickens, these ones that I have right now are on their way out. They may have this season left in them, and then they're going to slow down tremendously on laying. So the other day, I was at Tractor Supply, and I was only there because the birds that I had one that didn't have a proper feeder. So I thought, well, I'll go get a new bottom for a feeder. And then I heard some tweeting, which led to me just naturally being pulled to the back of the store. And before I knew it, I had 16 Rhode Island Reds in 2 boxes. And the problem is, my husband is no help, because instead of saying, Robin, we have way too many chickens, he says, honey, I trust you. If you think we need to get chickens, get chickens. Now, that translated to me as get all the chickens you want, honey. I love you. I know you love chickens. But I think for him, it was like, you make all the wise decisions, so whatever you say, I trust you. It's really a bad idea when it comes to chickens. So we ended up with those 16 Rhode Island Reds. And they weren't just straight run, they were actually pullets. So I figured that was a good gamble to go ahead and get those. So we got those. And then I came home and Carol informed me that we had 3 new ducklings from the Muscovy. She finally is starting to hatch out her babies. Well, we pull Muscovy ducklings because around here on our farm, they do not do well. The mothers don't do well with their babies. They end up losing them. And they could hatch out a huge clutch, and within a couple of days, they're all gone. So we have learned to kind of intervene with them. And so we put them in another container. And I was like, crap, I don't have another water or a feeder. So I went back down to Tractor Supply. Probably should have sent Jason in hindsight, because instead of just getting a feeder and a waterer, I ended up with 4 silky chicks as well. Now, of course, this wasn't my fault, because I actually have a chicken enabler in my family that was with me. And she was like twisting my arm like, Mom, they're silkies. We've never had silkies before. Liar. So that was not my fault. Not my fault. At least that's what I told Jason when I got home. So now I have all of these different birds. Just alone in the seed room right now, I think we're up to like 77 birds. And once this last cold snap is done, I'm going to be moving birds around and getting the one batch outside, because we have like 17 ginger broilers or red broilers or whatever. So we're going to put them out, which will make room. But not for long, because remember, we have 40 eggs in the incubator. And I was thinking that it would be a good idea to go ahead and start saving, come like Wednesday next week, start saving eggs again to put in for another round in the incubator. Wondering if you guys think that's a little excessive, because like I said, we're already at 70, which those 17, they're broilers, so they'll be gone in a little bit. So don't you think that I should go ahead and hatch out more? I mean, I think I should. I mean, but who am I to say that? So I'm asking for your help. What do you think? Do you think that the amount that I have is sufficient, or should I go ahead and keep incubating eggs? And I really want you guys to put those down in the comments, because Jason is the one that approves the comments. So if he sees all of you saying that I should incubate more eggs, then maybe he'll trust you, which is probably about as bad as trusting me when it comes to chickens. So help me out. Leave those down in the comments below. Thank you for stopping by the Big Bear Homestead. God bless. Have a nice day.